Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rchakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who does lead and rule well. Salutations to all you hopeful like Akim pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom to you, Akim and Aqua, for listening and learning and preparing yourselves here in these last days. And to the entire household of faith who is fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is Brother Quar from the Great Millstone DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm entitled this one, How Long, O Lord? And this is a question that many of us have or should have, man. Our forefathers had these same questions, the same question as well, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is not hasting above your maker. It's just praying and asking for remembrance. In fact, before I get the scriptures, I want to start at I want to get this quick scripture. This is Isaiah 62 in verse 7. I just want to see. This is where I want to start. I want to start at 6. Isaiah 62 and verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So scriptures is telling us to give the Lord no rest until he establish, until he make Jerusalem, which is our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and any of us that, from that seed, a praise in the earth. All right, because that was the will of the Lord from the beginning. He said that his desire is to give us a kingdom. And we gotta pray to the Lord, cry into the Lord until he makes that happen. In fact, let me get this other one real quick. This is Luke the 18th chapter. I'm gonna start at the top. It says, and he spake, Luke 18 verse 1, and he spake a parable to them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. All right. So, hey, this is a part of us not fainting, man, praying into the Lord. It's just part of our comfort. And this is and that's what I'm going to get, is our forefathers, King David, Psalms, this is mentioned a lot in the Psalms, he's praying to the Lord, It says, saying there, verse 2, saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, nor regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he said, Salah, and he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth. All right, so the Lord said he's going to avenge his elect speedily, them that cry unto him day and night. And those are the same ones that sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done there are in the midst. And that's all we doing, man. We sighing and crying for all these abominations, man. How long are we going to have to endure this, man? This unprofitable ruler, the wicked ruling, man. And look at the things that's going on in the earth, which we know is all planned by these devils, man. How long do we have to be amongst this? How long do we have to be amongst our people being in such a low estate, man? Just praying to the Lord about these things, man. The scriptures say in Daniel the 7th chapter that I read it. Daniel 7 and 25 says, and he spake, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And that's what this devil is doing, man. Speaking great words, man. Trying to combine his science to and his knowledge to be God, and changing up the laws. I've seen a post the other day. Brothers had posted in the chat that Biden, he signed an executive order to protect the LGBTQ, whatever, all them letters, man, community, man. It says, and here's the point. It says, I wanted to get the part where it says, and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High, because that's what he's doing, man. You got inflation going on where, though people might have a raise, if they got a raise because of inflation, it's really like they're taking a pay cut. So what about the people that didn't get the raise, man? So they want to keep you constantly working. You look at the rent increases, look it up, man. People can't survive based upon how much the requirements is for rent and based upon the national average of pay, man, especially for you Jakes. So they wearing out the saints of the Most High, man. They want you to work to the point that you can't think and do anything else, man. So this devil, he's got to go. All his usury is all a trap. It says, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. All right. So when is that time going to be? And our forefathers, they all was asking for the restoration of Israel. And when is the kingdom going to come? I'll get a couple examples. This is Matthew 24 and verse it says verse 3. It says Matthew 24 and 3 says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, what shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? You see, they wanted to know when the end of the world was coming, man. The end of this world. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's all we're doing. We asking, how long? What is that? 2nd Esdras 6. Second Esdras 6 and verse 6. It says, then did I consider these things, and they were all made then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. I'm talking about the worlds. Then answered I, this is Esdras, and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac unto Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we know that Jacob is going to be, or Esau is going to be ruling before Jacob. So right when Esau goes down, this is what we essentially asking, when is this devil going down, and when is our kingdom going to be restored? And there's another scripture in Acts. Let me get that. All of them is the 6th verse. Acts 1. Talking about when the Lord's going to come back. And verse 6, it says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. So even they asked, is he going to restore the kingdom? That was always what our people was asking, and it's no different now. Okay, so let me get a couple of scriptures that reflect that, man. I want to start at Psalm 13. I'm going to read this whole chapter, then I'm going to get a couple more verses, and I'm going to close. I'm not going to make this lesson so long. This is Psalm 13, verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. All right? So David, and our forefathers, they had these same thoughts, man. But what? The scriptures say that these things that was written aforetime was written for our learning, so that through patience and comfort of the scriptures, we might have hope. So these words comfort us, man. Scriptures say comfort one another with these words. It says, how long without forget me, O Yahweh? Forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? Because remember, the Lord hid his face from Israel, man, until we came to seek him. It says, how long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? You see that? Having sorrow in our hearts daily. How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? Yeah, man, both of those. That verse, heavy. It says, consider and hear, O Yahweh, my power. Lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. You know, and it's a good thing that we have, the Lord has answered us, man, that we know, but we just don't know exactly when it's going to happen. But he did lighten our eyes. It says, lest my enemy say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in thy mercy. My heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. I will sing unto Yahweh because he have dealt bountifully with me. You see? And we just got to keep trusting in the Lord, man. But we still begging the Lord to consider us, the condition that we in. All right. This is Psalm 94. Oops. This is Psalm 94 and verse 1. O Yahweh, power, to whom vengeance belongeth. O power, to whom vengeance belongeth. Show thyself. That's all we asking, man. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Baba Shah. Yahweh, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? You see, the great words. And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. Yeah, how long is this going to happen, man? But the scriptures say, how often is the candlelight of the wicked taken out? Put out. So we know that the Lord always going to judge the proud, man. And we just asking, hey, Baba Shah, do it speedily, But it's all going to happen in the Lord's time. But hey, we ought to pray for these things, man. Because what? Well, our eyes is going to and fro throughout the world, just like the angels. And we sending up messages back to the Lord. It says, they break in pieces thy people, O Yahweh, and they afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Who else is that going to be but Esau, who is ruling? Yet they say, Yahweh shall not see it. Yet they say, Yahweh shall not see, neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. So they triumphing over us, man. Pisses me off thinking about it. But this is why we're angry, man. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Our people that ain't angry, they don't understand what's really going on. This is Psalm the 6th chapter. Start at the top. It's another song of David, Psalm of David. It says, O Yahweh, rebuke me not in thy anger, neither chastise me in thy hot displeasure. Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh, for I am weak. O Yahweh, heal me, for my bones are vexed. My soul is also sore vexed. But thou, O Yahweh, how long? Return, O Lord Yahweh. Deliver my soul, O save me for thy mercy's sake. You see? Yeah, man, we go through those highs and lows where we feel sore vexed, man, in our soul. We asking, hey, the Lord, how long, man? Brothers go through things, man. You got the highs and the lows. What else do I want? This is Psalm 35. What is it? I'm starting at the top again, but this is another Psalm of David. It says, plead my cause, O Yahweh, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and stand up for mine help. Because that's our power, man. Who else is going to defend us? Nobody else. It says, draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me, saying to my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. And we see what this devil is doing right now, man. They shooting at they got plans for the perfect, It says, let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of Yahweh chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of Yahweh persecute them. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul. I think I want to jump down. I don't want to read the whole thing. Yeah, I'm just get to the point because this whole chapter is good. Like I said, I want to keep it brief. This is verse 17. It says, Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destructions, my darling from the lions. All right. You know, because, hey, the Lord sees all these things, man. You know, he is watching. You know, and the Lord will do his thing. All right, this is Psalm 79. And I'm reading from the top. This is a Psalm of Asaph. It says, O power, the heathen are come into thine inheritance. Thy holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. And they still in our land to this day, man. The dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of heaven, the flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth. Their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. Damn. We are become a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us. How long, Yahweh, wilt thou be angry forever? Forever shall thy jealousy burn like fire. Pour out wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdom that have not called upon thy name. All right. And I will say, read Psalms 38, Psalm 42, Psalms 22. Those are all, other good chapters to read, man. You know, when you feel like this, man. You know, because guess what? Like I said, our forefathers they felt the same thing. But you go into Hebrews the 11th chapter, it talks about their faith, man. And that's what gets you through. And they all died in faith. They haven't received the promises, but they seen them afar off. And we are able to see, Lord will, we're able to see it in our lifetime, man. So, like I said, continue to fight the good fight of faith, enduring to the end. And keep praying to the Lord, man. Crying to the Lord. Because that's one of the things that he asks of us to do, man. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kakadash. I want to say Shalom.